Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mrs. Rast, and today we are going to be talking about Mesopotamia achievements. Your notes will be written on page 18 of your notebook. Please make sure you write down everything that is in red. So start out by writing your title, which is Mesopotamia Achievements. And our big idea today is that many advances were made in this civilization, and those advances carried on to other civilizations that we'll talk about in this class, as well as to our own. The first advance that we're going to talk about is writing. That's huge because this is the first time we are actually recording history, and that's why Mesopotamia is the first civilization. Their writing was called cuneiform. That is a Greek word. It means wedge-shaped, and it was the first form of writing that Sumerians used. They used a clay tablet, which you can see on the right, and they used something called a stylus, which sometimes we see with iPads, in order to dig into the clay to write down their pictographs or their cuneiform. They started out writing because they wanted to keep records on their trade items, but later on wrote other things like prayers and songs and stories. In fact, they are credited with creating the first superhero. It was a half god, half man called Gilgamesh, and one of the stories that they are known for is called the Epic of Gilgamesh, and you can still check it out at the public library today. Technical advances they created. Now, when we talk about technology, some people think that technology has to be something that's battery operated or plugged in, and that's not the case. Technology can be anything that makes your life easier. So the plow, this was a farming tool that allowed the farmers to churn up the dirt and plant the seeds easier. The wheel, they used it first as a potter's wheel, then later added the wheel to carts, and obviously we still use the wheel today, and the sail. Mesopotamians were also big on math, and one of the key advances they gave to our present-day civilization is their number system. Their number system was based on the number 60, which they used to divide the year into 12 months, the day into 24 hours, an hour into 60 minutes, and we use the same system as well. They also studied science and medicine and astronomy. In terms of monuments, the Mesopotamians were the first to create the arch, which you can see right here in terms of architecture. We've talked about their temples before. These were the most impressive buildings found in the middle of the city-state, and they were called ziggurats. And then we have from the ancient world one of the seven wonders. The Hanging Gardens was created by King Nebuchadnezzar. He got married to a woman from an area that we would call today Iran, and where she was from, it was very green and lush and had lots of forests and lots of plants. And she was very sad and depressed when she came to Babylon because all around her it was just brown, desert, sand, nothing really to look at. So the king decided to make this Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which was this huge towering palace with flowers and plants and trees all over it. And it was considered a wonder because it's in the desert, yet it still thrived.